We thank God you're here and welcome to the channel. I'm the cooking nurse. My name is Rita, and today I'm going to be showing you how you make my homemade pizza, and I hope you like the video. But before we go into it, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, give this video a thumbs up and share at the end of it if you like it. So anyway, I have my mixing bowl and my ingredients that I'm going to be using. I have flour. I'm going to leave some clear measurements of the ingredients in the description box for people who are like, we want to know the measurements. Our ancestors are not so loud enough. So anyways, we put our mixing flour and some instant yeast into the bowl. However, I'd like maybe let me explain it a little bit later. We're going to add in some sugar because yeast feeds on sugar, and of course, we need it to feed so that it can be able to grow and also make our dough rise. So that's the main reason. Ideally, salt really hinders the growth of yeast, so don't mix it a little bit directly, but still I'm going to explain again. And then we have some fat, which I'm going to be using some bit of oil, and I'll just mix it so that it's well distributed. I don't want to start kneading and salt is one place and sugar is in one place and this did not get well distributed. And this particular process is a bit slow. I would prefer that you first develop your yeast and sugar in warm water for some few minutes before mixing it in here. But I was a bit hijacked when I got back home. My kids asked for pizza. Okay, my son asked for pizza and I just made it quick so I can get going as the dough is rising. But anyways, I'm using warm water also. So it's going to help provide some warmth for the yeast to, start feeding and growing and trapping air and helping my dough rise. So basically that's it. If you cannot or you have time, please first measure your yeast, put it in a separate cup, and then add in some sugar and some warm liquid and let it develop. That way it's going to be easy. Or if you have this extra instant yeast, then much better. So you need your dough. This is the dough that needs really some energy. So if you haven't eaten, please first get something to drink. Okay? Anyways, knead it so fast. I don't have a firm surface, so I like struggle with kneading on the board. But if you have like a firm surface, you can clean down there and knead it until it's extra soft. If you don't knead it a lot, it's going to be a little bit hard and you're going to take forever for it to rise. So anyways, I'm done kneading this one. I've been doing that for like 5 minutes and that's a lot of time. I'm going to mold it into this circle and put it back into the mixing bowl, and I'll cover with a cotton cloth and keep it away in our own place. I kept it in the microwave because there's not a lot of air going in there and forgot about it. So now I'm going to be making the pizza sauce, but you can also buy in the supermarkets, in big stores. They have already made pizza sauces, but for me, I am going to be making mine. So on a hot pan, I add some oil, and preferably I would use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, because it has some good flavor, but still any oil you have is going to work. Add in garlic and onions, and once they are translucent and more fragrant, add in some tomatoes. You can also add in tomato paste. Really, most of these things are usually optional and you can do as you please. Yeah? Some extra light soy sauce for some more seasoning and richness, and then I'll add there some little salt. My herbs, I didn't chop them. That is oregano, coriander, and basil leaves. Now this is what is going to take your sauce an extra mile. Yeah, it's going to make it taste like the pizza you actually know about. That is where the secret is. So adding the herbs, I didn't chop them because at the end of the day, I'm going to, blend them. And this is a secret ingredient. That was some bit of beer. So I add it in and then I put it in the blender or a food processor if you have that one, and blend it until it's smooth. Like puree the mixture that you just made there with everything that you want in it until it's smooth like this, and then we're going to transfer it back on the pan and simmer it on low until it's thick and really vibrant. As usual, don't waste anything. pass some water in that blender. Okay, I don't have a lot of things to waste nowadays. Economy na mamuchira but yeah. So we're going to leave this on heat for a few minutes and now transfer it into our other bowl, or if you have like a tin you like to keep away some, if you made a big batch, then better. And then I'm going to go on ahead and make the filling. All this is a lot of time, by the way, so my dough has enough time to rise. By the time I'm done doing all these things, moving around, soothing this one, it's done. So it's taking around 30 to 1 hour for it to rise. Don't just put it now and then remove it in the next 2 minutes. Anyways, I had some chicken thighs that I just, shredded and got this filling because, like I told you, I was hijacked and decided to film this one because I've had requests before and I thought it would be helpful. But if you have chicken breast or any other beef filling, it's better. Just use whatever you have, even vegetables. And then we have our mozzarella. You're going to just grate it to increase the surface area and it's going to be easier to spread. And now, as you can see, our dough has doubled in size, so we're going to punch out that extra air and then remove and knead a little bit, and then we will cut in some few pieces. If you can keep some of this dough in the freezer. It will stop rising, so when you remove it again the next time you want to make pizza or something, it is going to warm up. Like, you remove it a little bit earlier, it warms up and you're good to go. You have like another pizza moment without the struggle. So I spread out a bit of the dough and using my hands, I'm going to create like a well in the middle. And then I prefer to first warm core my pizza crust because I don't have those hot plates or the pans that you directly insert into the oven and then it brings out the pizza. So what I want to do is be able to handle this without it, breaking. It firms it and it stops it rising more when it goes in the oven. And the punches I'm putting in these holes are going to help suck in some of the pizza sauce and then also stop the yeast growing. And yeah, basically that's it. If you want a more thin crust, please roll it out as thin as you want and you're good. So as you can see, the pizza crust is really firm and it's almost like cooked down. We already have our well in the middle and there's no such thing as too much sauce if it's really nice. So I'm going to be generous with it and I'm going to spread it out until the whole base of how I want the inside to look like is covered. Yeah, so you do the same thing with store-bought. Yeah, just like this one, we made it at home. And anyways, it looks and tasted nice. We're adding in our filling, some chicken chunks and chunks of some mozzarella. And then you can use any filling. Like I said, you can do only tomatoes and cheese. You can do anything with the filling, really. Usually the pizza, the problem is on the crust, and I hope by now you already have like a hold of it. And like I always see people say, there's no such thing as too much cheese, so go on ahead and indulge and treat yourself. You deserve it. You've worked so hard this whole year. This once you won't die. So I mixed 2 cheeses. I used mozzarella, and which is my favorite, and some Gouda because it has this like distinctive flavor and tastes a little bit more rich. So I also added it in there, and you can use, but I prefer mozzarella anyways. It's the one that gives you this effect of ooziness. So one piece goes into the oven, another goes into the air fryer. And to tell you the truth, the air fryer one was so quick and it was nice. I loved it much better. We made more with the dough we were supposed to keep. And that's it. That is how you make pizza at home with no struggle. You can even make a batch and keep. You're welcome. And I will be seeing you soon in my next videos. Thank you so much. Bye.